Alright, welcome back. So in the previous module we built our robot using pure URDF file and it worked. But you probably noticed something. As the robot grows, the URDF file becomes longer, more repetitive and harder to maintain. That's exactly why Xacro exists. Xacro stands for XML macros. It allows us to write modular, reusable and cleaner robot description. Instead of writing one massive URDF file, we split everything into reusable components and Xacro generates a valid URDF file automatically. Today we refactor our robot using Xacro. So, raw URDF files have several problems. First, repetition. Second, magic numbers. And third, no calculation. And also, you have one massive URDF file. Xacro files resolve all this by decompose your URDF file into smaller components and reusable components. So Xacro files uses normally this type of extension that is recommended or .xacro only. So you can use both, but the recommended version is this one. To enable Xacro features, we must add the Xacro namespace inside the robot tag. Without this, Xacro won't work. So the basic properties of a Xacro file allows us to define values once and use them everywhere. Instead of writing raw numbers, we give them meaningful names. This improves readability and maintainability. Xacro also supports mathematical expressions. We can perform calculations directly inside properties. This allows us to compute values like half lengths, join limits, inertial values. Everything becomes dynamic. Xacro supports basic arithmetic, power operations, trigonometry, functions, and constants like pi. These make robot modeling much more powerful than pure URDF. We'll also have macros. Macros are like functions. They generate URDF code. Instead of writing the same link structure 3 times, we define it once as a macro and call it multiple times with different parameters. This removes repetition completely. Once defined, we call the macro like this. Each call generates a full link block, but the file stays clean and short. Macro with default values can also be used with parameter values. These make them flexible. If a parameter is not provided, the default value is used. This reduces configuration complexity. So, as the robot grows, keeping everything in one file becomes messy. That's why we split in materials, properties, macros into separate files. This improves organization and scalability. To reuse content from another file, we use Xacro include. This loads macros and properties into the main file. Order matters. Files must be included before they are used. So, this file contains only materials definitions. Separating colors avoid duplication and keep visual configuration centralized. We can also have a properties file. This file defines all robot constant, dimensions, mass values, join limits. Now everything is centralized and easy to adjust. We have also the inertia file. Here we define reusable inertia macros. Instead of manually computing inertia for each link, we generate it automatically using formulas. This reduces errors. So we have also the ARM components. So this file defines the ARM link macros, the ARM join macro. Now our robot structure becomes modular. Each link and join is generated using reusable components. So now the main file becomes clean. It includes other files, defines the world, defines the base, calls the macros to create the ARM. This is the power of modular design. So let's go and create all these files and compute it. Now that we use Xacro, we must proceed before publishing robot description. Instead of loading a static URDF, we run a dynamic launch time. So we can also convert Xacro to URDF from the command line. This is useful for debugging. Okay, so we have an error. So the package not found error. So what we need to do is to build our package. So we have the install folder, and now we can do it. So this command will create the URDF file here in the install folder. As you can see, here we have our simple ARM completed. We can also launch our package to visualize this. So for this, what we'll use is first we need to build our package as we did before, and now we'll source it, and we can display our robot. Here we have an error. Nice. So we use ROS launch, simple description, display launch. Here we have an error that says redefining global symbol pi. So what we'll do is in our URDF properties, we will remove this line that is causing trouble because pi is defined in Xacro, so we'll not need to do this. So we'll rebuild our package, and now we can launch it. So here we will add our robot model. Just click, and in the robot description we will add our robot description robot. So here we have our robot that we have created using this ORDF Xacro. In this module, you'll learn how properties eliminate magic numbers, how macros remove repetition, how include organized range robots, how Xacro URDF works, how modular robot description scales. Now your robot description is professional at professional grade.